Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Salem by Night Chronicle. I'm the Radnos Archon. My name is Will, and I will be your storyteller this evening. Last time we met with our coterie, we were down one Ravnos. We have a full coterie tonight. We opened up on Monday, the 12th of November, and over the weekend, they had sent in a couple of the free souls to check out the church, incognito, of course. They were visited by Benjamin Statler, one of the harpies in the city, to let them know that there was going to be an Elysium on Friday, and that Hannah Turner, the owner of Club 45, had been honored with Holstein for the evening. Melvin also sent his daughter and his granddaughter into Gresham to get information, one following the other. Erikson also reached out to Mickey Blue for any information and to give him the phone number for his cousin to try and get information on them, as far as anybody who was called or who he's called. But Mickey did mention that he got information on that Bauer that he wanted him to check up on, and it came back clean. He studied in Greece, has an Orthodox license, and spent a couple of years under the watchful eye of a cardinal in Vienna, but otherwise his record is completely clean. The ladies, we found out, went into Gresham during that Saturday morning after the attack on Friday. And Melvin spoke to Colleen first, learned that she did feel a little bit of a pressure on her shoulders as she passed into the kind of little county line. She explained that there was police tape everywhere and that the corners were still populated by those gentlemen in the kind of suits. But she also explained that nothing happened and that she did pick up a couple of shirts and whatnot for her family. Once Eileen woke up, though, and gave him the report, she did mention that there had been an incident with her mother and somebody that she had been feeding on in an alley, and how she snapped at her and snarled and hissed, but attributed that to the monster that resides inside her now. Leanne, Leanne had to flash her badge to defuse the situation, and then she mentioned that she also mentioned there was an abundance of police tape on the scene, and that there are only 2 squad cars for the amount of damage that had been taking place, but she did notice some plainclothes officer or agent, and that she did mention that the closest alphabet organization would have come from Seattle, so it's not too far away. After they shared the information about the coins that they found and whatnot, she felt one of them, and then she broke it with a mug to reveal that it was just simple kind of hardened clay, and inside was a piece of propaganda paper that had been folded up. Out of the 9 coins that Melvin handed over, 3 of them turned out to be fake, and so she also revealed that she could have translated anything in Spanish or French, given where she comes from, but that the Chinese, Japanese, glyphic language of kanji would be a little bit more difficult as far as her resources are concerned. But they did call up August, and they asked him if any of the free souls might be language experts, and he let them know that the smartest person he knows as far as the club is concerned is Shepard. So they ended up heading over to the library after having a very heavy discussion about morality and where the police and criminal line kind of straddles for both of them. As they walked into the library, though, they saw a young girl who they learned her name was Camille, and an older kind of Vincent Price looking gentleman who turned out to be Gregory Handel, the owner and proprietor of the municipal library. She did let them know that Camille was his, and that had they lied to him, he would have taken them to a different room. But they saw him clap his hands twice and call out to a Christian, and they got to see their first interaction with an actual ghost, a restless, who aided them by pulling out an actual book that they used to kind of translate as much of the message as they could, and they found several references to the 4 elements, wind, water, earth, and fire. It is not the 22nd of September. But they also had Gregory help with deciphering some of the glyphs, but they just found that they had too many meanings to actually pin down any one message. And then Mr. Handel explained that this might be a cipher to their movements moving forward. And he explained that Jessica Harlow, a thin blood, might be the best person to talk to about the Kuei-Jin, since she actually does spend time going in and out of Gresham, and that she owns the Hangman's Corner. Melvin left a couple of coins for Christian as a thanks, but they soon left. They called the house to let them know that they were where they were headed, and they heard Andreas's muffled voice in the background saying that he'd meet them there. Once there at the Hangman's Corner, Erikson ended up buying a round for the small group of people that were there. The bartender told them that Jessica was not the owner but the manager of the place, and that it was actually owned by a corporation. And then they learned his name was Wallace. They found her a bit abrasive, I use the term loosely, to any tower kindred because of how she and her kind have been treated. And they also found out that she doesn't beat around the bush. But she did reveal for a price that the pipeline has been compromised and that the Kuei-Jin might be working with the Anarchs. They also learned that the three families have called for a blood feud because of the attack on the casino. And they learned a little bit about the Second Inquisition as far as what she's heard anyway, and how they are a bumbling group of idiots. And then they learned that none of the Primogen have taken credit for the attack on the casino. And we left off with Andreas walking into the bar as the last bit of their funding for questions had run out. And this is where we're going to find our trio of boys. Hello. Good to see all of you.
Hola.
Excuse me.
Hello.
So Andreas has walked into the Hangman's Corner. It is as divey as dive bars get. This place has 3 dartboards in the back, a foosball table, a small pool table that doesn't look like it's worked in years. A couple of round tables littered on the main part of the floor, and then just booths lined up against the opposite wall where the bar kind of runs. The gentleman behind the bar is a kind of thin black gentleman, short, kind of kid and play style haircut. But you do see that Melvin and Erikson are at one end of the bar with a young lady between them. Nondescript, very plain Jane kind of girl. And on the radio right now is, we'll say, that's a good song for this era. Let's say Jesse's Girl. I think that's age appropriate.
That sounds about right.
Let me double check, because that might be a little later in the year. Nope, it fits. Perfect. So yeah, so one of the final choruses of Jesse's Girl is on the jukebox, and you can see the three of them kind of talking. She has a little bit of money sticking out from behind her undershirt, and she slaps on the bar and just says, "All right, time's up. Unless you want, put down some more."
I just look.
I start reaching into my pocket like
I look at Erikson. I'm just like, on you, buddy.
Yeah. Well, let me see. And actually, I noticed Andreas walking in, so I go ahead and I signal him. Yeah, obviously, he could tell where we're at, but just in case, just letting him know that we know he's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I do a Kramer 10 years before it's time.
Nobody appreciates it.
So I grab I grab one more $100 bill, right, and I hold it in my hand. Are you going to be going to the Elysium by chance?
Unfortunately, yeah, we all have to go.
I try to hold trying not to crack a smirk on my face, but like, yeah, I believe we're all heading out there too. I'm just glad that we'll actually know more than just one person in this Elysium.
Yeah, I mean, you said Grigori told you to come my way, so that's 2. So your statement is true. And she snatches the 100 from you. Thanks for your time, boys. I'll be working with Wallace behind the bar if you need anything.
As she walks away, she walks away. I turn towards Melvin. I go,
You're a sucker and not the blood kind. And I walk towards Andreas.
Yeah.
So all I've heard is talk. All I hear is talk of future ex-wives.
Right?
Yeah, she does look like a future.
He'll be broke before that'll happen.
I'm sure she just walked away with $100 of his in fucking 1984. I'm like, I already have
100 that you saw, my friend.
Exactly.
100 that you saw.
Yeah. You haven't been privy to how much we've actually spent for the information that we currently got. Unfortunately,
it's like that's why I don't go to strip clubs with y'all.
That's why.
Yeah. So we've learned a lot. I'm also a little more terrified.
Of what?
I look around like,
yeah,
and I'm just like, let's head back to the apartment.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to be looking for anybody following us?
I don't think so.
Might actually be a good idea. I just given the fact that we stick out like a sore thumb here, especially in this area, I think it's best to at least kick the tires a little bit before we go.
All right, shake a tail if we have to. I'll ride up.
As we're getting in, well, because he came separately, so you came in your motorcycle, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Would you have come by yourself, or did you bring any of the free souls with you?
Cool.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
It looks like he's having issues.
Good talk.
Yeah, we'll say he's by himself.
All right. Yeah, so I imagine anything that we're gonna say, we'll probably want to say it when we're at the safe house.
Yeah. At worst, he probably came with Shepard.
Not even.
So
there we go.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting horrible freeze right now.
It's okay. They asked if you had come by yourself. I told them that probably, and that the only person that you would have probably brought with you is Shepard.
I'm pretty sure I had Shepard on some other business tonight, though.
Yeah, that's why I think you would have come by yourself. Yeah. You're a big boy. You can take care of yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's just his motorcycle outside when you come out of the Hangman's corner.
Nice.
No worries. No, we'll just wait until we get to the safe house.
Yeah.
Yep. You make your way back. There's nothing really going on. You can see that August is sitting at the table talking to Colleen and Leanne.
How are you feeling?
He looks down and he opens up his shirt to show that his wounds haven't healed at all. Same, boss. Same. Getting kind of old, excuse me. Not being able to fix this.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel better, their establishment looks about as good as your chest does right now.
That's a plus.
Like, so Andreas, we learned a lot. Looks like some of these coins were fake. They're using these coins to transfer messages. There's a lot of propaganda against the white devil and the white man, and
the white devil. Yes.
Talking about acquisitions that they're and paperwork about acquisitions they're trying to make. They mention an attack that happened at the casino. There's been talks of that. Yeah, the three families for the Kuei-Jin are doing a blood feud, claiming that the prince is responsible for what happened at the casino. Also, this is a cipher, and I give him one of the ciphers.
Okay.
I'm like,
The propaganda paper, yeah.
also, I made friends with a ghost. Very nice gentleman.
That perks up my attention. A ghost?
Yeah. A ghost who likes reading at the library.
Creepy. Will, have I ever run into the Restless Dead during my years?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Especially given your background, like you've seen, you haven't seen them, but you felt them, and you've been in the presence of them, like reaching out and affecting the mortal coil.
Is that what was spooking you earlier, Melvin? When I asked if we were going to be followed, it's just kind of an odd answer back.
No, it's just the whole blood feud thing's going on, and we weren't exactly very incognito. And I'm a little concerned now, given the repercussions of what happened, how much we should be saying at the Elysium.
We shouldn't be saying anything
Yeah.
at the Elysium.
Right.
Like that is as little as possible right now. We've been in town all of 10 minutes.
This is true. We did get a lot of good information that could lead towards that that boon from the prince, and it's always nice to have that in the prince's pocket.
That would definitely be a plus.
But I guess we should just play it by ear. But I just wanted to convene before the Elysium just so that we could kind of be on the same page here.
There's always mouths shut in my gang, so that's not really that's not really going to be a problem. Okay, do they have a description of the attackers for the casino?
Not
Do we need to change our appearance any for the Elysium?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because right now the Qui-Gon, they
The Jedi.
right now this blood feud, they're the Jedi.
They've got all these
Since they're
midichlorians
calling the blood
everywhere.
feud. Yeah, since they're calling the blood feud and they're having the prince come to answer for this, to me, come Elysium. If we don't want to say anything, that's cool. But is there going to be a moment or a time when we're going to need to tell some information of this? Because if we withhold it and eventually it goes out and they realize it's us, and then we've been in Elysium, it's probably not going to be a good look either. I mean, we did let one person go, didn't we?
Refreshing my memory. Did we?
Yes.
Well, we is a lot of people. You guys let one person go. So
You sure did.
Well then,
yeah. The other wrinkle is my cousin and his ne'er-do-wells of stupidity that think that it's their holy mission to stop us with very rudimentary and albeit superstitious means. So I don't know, and this is just me saying this out loud because I need to get it out of my head. Do we want to direct the attention of this issue of what happened in the casino to this militia group?
yeah, actually, we probably do. We can leave the fact that your brother out of it, but a trip to the casino could turn awful violent if any sort of Second Inquisition militia was there to cause some shit, because that might have even been brought by us. So yeah, should it come up that our location was known that night? Yeah, it was just a night on the town, and we got interrupted by Second Inquisition. So I just don't think we should be volunteering the information up front.
Yeah,
I agree.
All right. But it would be good to use. I mean, look, my cousin got into some stupid shit. And yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Will, did I if I remember correctly, I did send in a spy into their ranks, right?
You sent a couple of free souls to the church, and then you sent Arlene and Leanne into Gresham.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you weren't here, Andreas, but I figured to send in a couple of the free souls incognito into the church so they could give us a better picture of what's going on.
Obviously, got them to take their colors off, but okay.
Oh yeah. They wouldn't be back yet, right? Because that was just earlier today.
No, that was over the weekend, so you could have gotten a hold of them.
Okay, yeah, I'd want to have some additional information before Elysium in case there's some new info.
Yep. Shepard calls the two guys that he sent in, and you see that one of them gets there before the other one, and the moment he walks in, I'm gonna need a willpower roll from Erikson as he comes in with this beautiful silver chain that has his cross dangling in the center of his chest.
Go fuck yourself. Willpower roll. How many dice is that?
It's gonna be 4.
4. Oh, okay, for my willpower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got your full willpower.
Oh, okay. So I have 2 1s, a 9, and a 7.
Okay. It catches you off guard, and for a brief instant, that your beast just kind of, you can feel it retreat into the back of your mind, and it almost takes you with it. But you do kind of slide your chair back as he enters the room.
And who is this walking in?
Nondescript free soul.
Okay.
We'll say his name is Kyle.
Fucking Kyle.
Well, Kyle. Fucking Kyle. No, I will say that. Fucking Kyle. Why don't you put away the bullshit that you're wearing right now, please?
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Mr. Wright.
Do you mind putting the cross away? He gets a little jumpy.
Oh,
with that.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know that was a thing for you people. You see,
not everybody.
Not you people.
Not everybody was that just a question because of where you were at? Was that government issue by the Free Souls, or is that something that you got over there?
No. One of the pastors gave it to me and Barry.
And you're kissing it already after a weekend.
They brought up some good points about it. You know, it's
kill him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't say that.
You know, it's kind of
no. Actually,
I just shoot. I just pull my gun out and shoot him in the face. He knows too much.
But he just kind of smiles.
I actually want to. Yeah, I actually kind of want to look and see. I want to get. Oh, better yet, I look over at Andreas, and I'm like, Andreas, I normally wouldn't do this, but do you mind if I ask him a little bit more information using some of my means, if you don't mind?
He said half a sentence. Like, why don't we first get the information?
Yeah, I'm like you're like assigning me, like, hey, can I torture your buddy? He can fucking hear you.
Ericsson's like ready to like rip his guts out.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, he just said, "Hi, Mr. Wright."
Yeah, you just got to be on the moment. Just like,
that
was a nice medallion. Give me that goddamn cross.
Yeah, kisses the cross and then says they have some good points.
Yeah, what? I want to know what good points they had. Maybe it's just maybe it's nothing about vampires. Maybe it's just, hey.
All right, I'm gonna go pretend to drink a beer. My arms. Be gentle.
Okay.
I cross my arms and I look a little disgruntled, but I'm like, okay, yes, fine.
Continue, Kyle.
This is you're on point, so I'll just wait.
I'm just saying. They brought up a good point. Like the pastor talked to us after the whole ritual of it, I guess, is the best word for it.
Okay. So you
And
did a ritual?
well, I don't know what you call mass. It's a ritual, I guess.
Oh, okay. So they did mass, right?
Yeah. And he talked to us. He pulled us aside. He said that, he saw that we were new faces. He wanted to ask us what brought us into the church, and me and Barry came up with the story beforehand anyway, so we told him that. Uh, then he invited us to sit with him in the reliquary, get some coffee, and just fucking shoot the shit. And he turned out to be a really nice guy.
Yeah.
We ended up telling him that we were part of a motorcycle club called the Free Souls, and he brought up how, to truly be free, you have to embrace the word of Jesus Christ. And um, once he broke it down for us as to what it meant to be a free soul and to truly be a free soul, we kind of didn't never looked at things the same way again. He really did speak to me fundamentally, I think, in my soul. So
Yeah. Let's go ahead, Erikson. And I walk away. I turn around. I go,
I look over at you.
I just gotta go.
"Thank-"
Well, I tried. And I walk away. I know brainwashing when I see it.
Yeah. So anyway, I go ahead. I go ahead and cast awe on myself with him.
okay. Yeah. You see that Leanne starts to look at you in a new light.
No.
I look over. I look over at Mel. And I go, "You can take her to another room if you want. This is gonna be
Come
fun."
on, Leanne. I take her upstairs.
She keeps trying to look at Erikson.
I'm not gonna slap her because she's my family, but I was about to be like, I slapped the shit out of her. Wake up! No,
Okay,
I don't. I have enough potence that I can just with a pinky fucking move her.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So Kyle, I mean, that sounds great, buddy. I am so glad that that you have, for lack of a better term, feel enlightened by that event that you just had.
Thank you,
By
Mr.
chance,
Wood.
have you, sir? I wanted to ask, did you meet anybody there by Edwin Wood by chance?
We didn't really sit down with anybody except the pastor. Uh, but Pastor George did invite us back.
Okay. For mass or for some other extracurricular activity?
Oh no, whenever we wanted, he said, "Come on by." We could talk to him. We could read the Bible together, things like that.
I see, and that really, like you said, really stuck with you, right?
Yeah, I've never been treated so nicely, and like he opened our eyes to the bigger picture, I think.
Uh, I imagine you did not get any other information other than the fact of how nice this pastor is. Is that right?
We started trying to ask him questions, but then it turned into me and Barry kind of letting him know who we were and kind of giving him our backstories and why we found ourselves in the club, and it felt really good to get things off our chest.
I'll bet.
Right. And how much information did you tell him? Did you tell him about us too?
I don't think we did. He never asked us about anybody outside of the club. Um, we told him about Shepard. We told him about Mr. Barker.
What did you say about me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that you've been in the club for a while. You and Shepard are kind of like the big brothers of everybody else, and that you're really good about making it an inviting and welcome atmosphere.
All right, so they'll be gunning for us before too long.
Yeah. However, Did he seem when you talked? When you talked about your background, about the free souls, about your history,
Hmm.
how did he act like he wanted to know more information about that?
Not really. He just kind of wanted to know who was in charge of us. If there was any kind of hierarchy that we felt oppressed by, but we don't. There isn't that kind of thing. You know,
Mhm.
it's really it lives up to the name. Like we're all free souls.
That's why we
Okay.
founded this group.
I mean, if we're gonna go this route, uh, and I look over at Andreas. If we're gonna go this route, this is gonna be pretty slow. It's gonna take a while before these guys even, uh, get any kind of trust from this guy. I think maybe we need to accelerate this a little bit.
You see the door open and Barry comes in. And you see him look at Kyle and he goes, "My brother in Christ." And he comes over and Kyle gets up and says the same thing, "My brother in Christ." And they hug. And you see Barry pull out a Bible.
Okay, all right. I'm about to start fighting somebody. Get this guy out. Barry, Kyle, could you please step outside? My eye is still on, so
Yeah,
can you guys
yeah.
please step outside for me, please?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Wood, sure.
Uh-huh.
And you hear them talking about like verses and things like that as you walk outside. I say, "Hey, did you read Corinthians like I told you to?" And you hear them like, "Yeah. I don't know why you like it so much. Like I prefer." And you hear them trail off as they talk to each other outside.
Oh, I hope you guys are happy. I have holy rollers in my goddamn motorcycle club.
Something's up. That was very quick.
Well,
You're upstairs.
Very quick.
Oh, I'm still upstairs. Okay.
Yeah.
No, no, but but that's what I would be saying is, yeah, over the weekend they all of a sudden became pious assholes. This is not something that just happens.
It's something we can accomplish in 10 seconds with Dominate. So
correct. Thank you for bringing that up. And as I say
this isn't necessarily a vampire, but yeah, this guy, whoever this guy is, he's got some really, really, really tasty Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not a. I don't. Even though I don't believe you would be around anybody of. I don't think anybody would be in your free souls would be what do you call it, as so gullible to fall into that so quickly.
Well,
and
they are already broke free of all the hierarchy by joining my gang in the first place. That was the entire point. So this is fucking insidious.
Melvin can walk in at any point after this.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that Kool-Aid was that guy works fast.
It's deep and it's refreshing. I don't know what happened with them.
Yeah, it works way too fast, and you already, I believe you guys already have an inkling of what I'm considering that is going on here. So,
yeah, but where will we find all that gasoline? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I mean, hey. I mean, we need is
get done with crazy glue and a blowtorch.
Or better yet, you just get every free soul that's available. They all get one little container of a gallon of gas, and they all just come with the gallon of gas on their motorcycle. That'll work too. But I would like to know more about what's going on with them. I got an idea. What if you guys get to meet my cousin? Not here, but in a place that would be safe for us anyway. And we try to get some more, considering he's in the middle of all of this. See if we can try to get some more information out of him. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
So he knows what you are.
No, he thinks that I'm part of the witness protection program.
Right.
And so
so much better.
He knows that. Yeah. Yeah, he came up with that on his own. It was so good I didn't even want to correct him. So we're gonna stick with that.
I can follow you guys.
All right. I will be the undercover federal agent assigned to your protection.
Oh my god, this is gonna be good.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
But yeah,
there's
I'm
always
gonna
crank and fail.
get a dime store badge on the way from the gas station and shit.
The Herschel Walker special.
Oh yeah.
Herschel Walker special.
But he'd rather be a werewolf, so.
Touche.
Is your name gonna be Jonas
However-
Omaha?
Rod Cleveland.
I would like. What day is today, by the way?
Today is Monday.
In game. Okay, Monday in game.
Yep.
So Elysium's Friday.
Elysium is Friday.
Hmm.
You've got 4 days to try and fuck your shit up as much as possible.
Cool. Yeah, I honestly think that we need to get some information out of him. Well, let me see. I know it's already Monday night, but let me at least reach out to him, see if we can schedule a meetup, and see, trying to figure out how I can get him closer. You know what? I'm probably gonna have to pretend like I want to be a born again Christian. Great.
How are you gonna get into the church, man?
No, it's not getting into the church. It's just being able to get him out so we can talk to him. I can find out more about what the fuck he's doing. And then we'll send him packing. Probably out of state.
If all else fails, Jesus will appear and give him instructions.
Since we can't come up with an idea for somebody who's wearing a mask to meet up my cousin, Melvin, I think it would probably be best that, if anything, you could probably, we would want somebody to tail them to find out where they meet up.
Yeah, I was already planning on being an obfuscate.
Yeah. Oh, okay, even better. Oh, so we can go ahead and check his car then. See if there's anything in there. Yeah. Cool. All right. I'm gonna use the phone that's in the office. I mean that's in the kitchen.
Yep.
And I'll call Edwin's number.
Okay. It rings a couple of times, and then you just hear a very groggy hello.
Hey, how's it going, cousin? You know who this is? Sorry to call you so late.
Eric? What time is it? Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Don't. Yeah, I don't want you to use my name too much on the phone, but yeah, it's me.
Oh, sorry. Is this because of the thing?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to talk to you because after meeting you that day, and how heroic you and your daughter have been throughout this whole ordeal, I was thinking that I wanted to know more about your cause, and I actually just, this is not something that I would want to talk over the phone. It's something that I want to talk in person. I don't know if there's a place that you and me can meet up.
Right now?
Oh no, not right now. I think that's too crazy. But what about tomorrow night?
Yeah, we can do 7. There's a diner by the river.
Is 7? From my recollection, is 7 already
No.
sundown?
No.
When is sundown?
Late 7, like almost 8 o'clock is sundown.
Okay. Look, I'm actually going to be with I'm going to be with my parole officer. Given with everything.
Oh yeah.
Given with everything that as far as the protection and everything. So he's actually I actually have to meet up with him. But you know what? Considering you said the diner is down, is actually, you said, by the river. Where is that exactly?
Yeah. And he gives you the address of the same diner that you met Leanne in.
You know what? In fact, his office is actually close by. One of his satellite offices is close by there. So how about this? I'll have him. I'll have my officer meet up with me there because it's just a routine thing that he does. And I've actually told him about your community. As far as you with the church and how you are helping with the community. and he was eager to know more information. So I would be happy to have him come along if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. Do you want me to bring my girl, or do you want me to come alone?
You can come if I mean, that's up to you. I think it's just you and me would be fine. That
Okay.
I don't want to drag, with everything that has happened. I don't want it to be too much of a.
No, I understand. I just needed to know if I should tell her to make plans for dinner or not. So.
Nah, no worries. If anything, how about this? After that, I'll make sure to bring something for so you could take home to her. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, that's real nice of you, Eric. Sorry.
No. You're good. You're good. How about this? Let's make it 8:00 because I already know how my the officer I work with. He's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I'm probably gonna be closer to 8:00 meeting you there if that's all right.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll meet you there.
All right. I'll see you soon.
All right, bye. And he hangs up.
All right. God, that was awkward. All right. All right. So we're meeting at that diner, same place that we met Colleen. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. So
So also, I asked for a background
really,
of what your brother knows about you, like in terms of the so-called witness protection program and all that shit. So
yeah.
whatever
To be honest,
whatever
he knows
yarn you would
nothing.
spun to him, just so I can corroborate anything in case it happens to come up in a question. But blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He believes that I faked my own death due to witness protection. He doesn't know the exact reason as to why, and it's probably best that we keep it as minimal as possible, considering that you're going to be an officer and you can't talk about it.
Exactly. Good.
But I did tell him that you wanted to know more about the church, so just keep that in mind when he starts talking to you.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
You shut up. You shut up.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have thought about this if we didn't send two free souls over there that all of a sudden are now Bible thumpers out of nowhere.
Yeah, you guys owe me on that one.
They found God, bro. What can I say?
Yeah, well, if God is contagious, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah, you can already see that they're talking to Shepard outside, and Shepard's just rolling his eyes.
Yeah.
Good. Hopefully, Shepard can straighten them out.
Give it enough time. Honestly, look, if they're separated from the church people long enough, that might actually do it. Because depending on what effect this guy had, assuming he did anything supernatural, maybe it fades with time. Unless they really drink the Kool-Aid and there's a blood bond thing.
Even blood bonds fade.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you're not gonna do anything for that night, then we can just cut to the next evening. It is around 9:00 when Erikson finally wakes up.
Oh, God damn it!
You do have a low humanity,
Son of a bitch.
but it's also the same time that Shepard manages to bring over Andreas, who also wakes up around 9:00. Melvin's the only one that's actually awake around 8:15, 8:30.
Well, that's nice. I'm glad he let me sleep in.
I'm glad you set your alarm clock.
I'm like, what's everybody's humanity at, man? I didn't think I was that bad.
My humanity's at 4.
I'm at 6.
No, sorry. Where is my humanity's at 5. Forgive me.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, I thought I was the scumbag of the group, but
no. Hey, it's been tough. It's been tough to stay human.
We need to go.
Yeah, thanks, Sherlock. Let's get in the car. Let's get in the car.
Sherlock was a great detective. I take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
And
yeah, fuck it.
All right, so you head over to the diner.
I imagine he didn't call or anything to the number or anything, right?
No, not at all.
Oh, this is before cell phones and everything. We have to assume he'd already be on the way, or there's no way to get in touch with him en route.
Yeah.
So
either that or he used a payphone to call the number.
Silence of Death is active.
Okay.
And before we pull into the diner, I'm gonna obfuscate.
Okay. One of them's gonna need to open the door for you.
That's what I was about to say. Is I need somebody to open the door once I do this.
All right, roll a die. Let's see what happens.
Oh, my hunger finally went up. I got a 4.
Oh, so your hunger goes up.
The 2.
Being in this proximity with Colleen and Leanne has not helped with your beast in any way, shape, or form. And this time in particular, it's a little crueler to you than it has been in the past. And it brings up one of the first nights that you, after your embrace, before you found your mask and you were kind of like collar up, fedora down. And it shows you a very familiar house. It's your house. And you can see your wife in the kitchen. She is making something and then suddenly stops and in a violent outburst throws whatever she was making on her plate against the wall, and you see her just start crying and trying to hold on to everything that she has left. And that's when you see her come out of the kitchen into the yard, and you see and you remember that she was pregnant. And you can hear the two heartbeats, the two distinct heartbeats. You can hear your wife's, and then you can hear the rapid speed fire of that little bundles that now you know for a fact is a girl. And you're brought back to a very modern setting where you can see Leanne but you can feel her heart slowing to a stop. And above her, you can see the image of her own mother, just blood-soaked chin, and that look of the beast that sits inside her now. And for the first time, you can feel that sick joy that the beast has as the vision fades. And you're not sure if you've seen a premonition or if you've seen a ghost of what might happen if you leave Colleen unchecked. But it definitely does remind you that she also has a beast now, too, to contend with. And given Colleen's report about how she had to pull her off somebody, it doesn't sit well with you. Or at least I don't imagine it would sit well with you.
Nope.
But you do feel the shadows wrap around you. You're in that familiar coldness of the obfuscation. And you feel the car come to a stop. Are you in Erikson's car or are you in a dummy car?
No, because, well...
As a group.
I figured it'd be in Erikson's car. I'd just be in the back seat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out who's driving.
Oh. Yeah, I would normally be driving at that point.
Yeah.
I'm driving.
Obfuscate. Wee. What's going on?
Yeah,
Who's
so
driving the car?
You pull up. You can see that Edwin is sitting at a booth, kind of looking out. Every so often he takes a sip from a mug.
All right. I go ahead. So we get out of the car. I open up the back seat, the back seat car, just and to act like I'm actually looking for something. But I leave that door open long enough. Yeah, exactly.
We just do that in Obfuscate.
Transparent middle finger.
Yeah.
Transparent.
Okay. So yeah, so there's just enough time for Melvin to creep out of the door.
And go ahead and close it up. And yeah, me and Andreas just walk in, and we didn't even come up with a name for you. We'll just say, yeah, Officer Williams. All right, cool. Anyway, inside we go. Inside we go.
Okay. Yeah, and you see that he's as soon as you walk in, he stands up and you see his face just kind of light up. And he comes over and he gives you a hug.
Oh,
He catches himself.
You can tell. Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, is this all right? Is this all right?" And he looks at Andreas. Sorry, I didn't. I'm not trying to overstep boundaries here.
No worry about it. Agent Michael Williams, I'm assigned to your brother.
Oh, nice to meet you, Edwin Wood.
It's and I go ahead and I go ahead to embrace him. Like, yeah, less conversation, the better. Yes. That's where you sit, and I point over to where he was sitting at as I saw him.
And he calls behind the counter. He's like, "Lucy, could I have 2 more coffees, please?" And she's like, "Yeah, of course." Any pie for you, gentlemen?
No, ma'am. I ate a little while ago.
I appreciate the hospitality, but not today. Just the coffee is good. And I walk. Where's is there anybody that's sitting around us by chance?
There is what looks to be a blue collar worker. He's got like what's it called? The
Overalls.
Overalls. Thank you. He's got the overalls, the sooty kind of white shirt that looks dirtied, kind of soot marks all over the one side of his face, and there's a hard hat on the counter next to him, and he looks like he's eating what looks like breakfast with a cup of coffee himself. And then there's a young couple sitting at a booth. Both of them are sitting on the same side together. And every so often you can just see them kind of like the girl starts to giggle, and you don't see where the guy's arm is for a moment, and then he brings it back up onto the table.
Okay. Are we in? We're not in a corner booth, anything like that, right?
No, you're like 3 booths away from the wall.
Okay.
You're close to the end of the bar and to the bathroom.
Is there is there only one way to come in?
Yeah.
Or is there more? Okay.
There's
So,
the back door for the kitchen staff, but as far as like customers, there's only the one way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one
so-
vestibule.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. So I go ahead and I sit down. I'll go ahead and sit down. I want to be able to be opposite so where I can see the front door,
Okay.
if that's possible.
Yeah, that was the side that Edwin was sitting on. So when you sit down, he kind of looks at you. Then he looks at Andreas. Do you need to sit next to him, or?
I just need a view outside of the windows. We'll be okay.
All right. And he sits down next to Erikson. Then he pulls his coffee over to him.
He's don't worry about him, everyone. He's more of a strong, silent type. He's very seldom with his words. So unless you take his morning curler, am I right? Yeah. Yep, that's what I wanted. That stoic face. So
Oh, yeah, he's more like Christopher then.
So tell me, I mean, I can only imagine what's been going on since the last time we met. How's everything on your end?
I'm good. You know, we've come to an understanding. We've come a long way from my wife's passing. It's just, you know, we're finally at a place now where me and you know, we're not dwelling on things anymore.
I mean, it the sting of life, it never fully goes away, but it dulls over time so that you're able to manage how it could be with not so much moving on, but continuing to move, as it were.
Yeah, no, I get you. It's taking it one day at a time, you know. Father Bowers helped a lot.
Yes, Father Bauer. I mean, and you know what? That actually sparked my interest when you brought that up. How considering what you have gone through and everything that even in the little bit that we spoke on, that you were able to, find the support in the church, which I'm happy for both you and of course your daughter through these tough times.
Thank you.
You know,
Where's Melvin throughout all of this? What are
Hiding in
you
the
up
I
corner,
to?
try not to gag.
No, I'm literally standing like at the like I'm literally standing in the booth like staring at them like just like like
like
like
he's
I'm right fucking
he's
there.
crouched like a gargoyle. He's like
I'm
just
like you just see my eyes. Like if you could see me, my eyes would be like this at the table.
Okay, so you're inside the diner with him.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna look in on the inside of their car to see
Of
if is his car. Is there another car there?
Erickson's car. There's a couple of cars. Yeah.
The other cars that are there that aren't related to us.
Okay. Give me a wits and investigation roll then, if you don't mind.
look for the one with all the Jesus stuff on
That's a 7 die pool, bro. Oh, but you
it.
got 2 hunger.
I do.
You a dangerous man right now. So 5 regular dice,
Wait till
2
you
hunger
start
dice.
bleeding from the eyes. Wait till you start bleeding from the eyes with 5 hunger dice. Then that's a different story.
Oh yeah. No, this is not Albert Frost.
Okay, so I got a 3 and a 5 on the hunger die, and then I got a 9, 9, 6, 5, 5.
Okay. You see that a couple of the cars do have religious paraphernalia, but one of the cars actually has kind of half wrapped in the back little bucket area where the feet go. You can see the back of a shotgun, the handle of a shotgun, just peeking out under what looks to be a jacket.
Okay. Okay.
Give me a wits
What
and
are
awareness roll.
okay?
Oh no.
About to meet the owner.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I was gonna say, I was like, take the shotgun and at least rack the fucking shells out of it, so whenever someone pulls it for their emergency, be like,
Yeah.
sorry.
Either that or we find out that somebody's underneath the jacket along with the shotgun, and that's a
Alright.
different story altogether.
All
Yeah.
right.
He said we saw that. He said he saw the handle, not the barrel sticking out. So
Yeah.
Okay, so a 2 and a 3 on the hunger die,
Okay.
a 7,
Mhm.
a 10, a 2, and a 2.
Okay. As you see looking down at the handle of the shotgun, immediately the kind of detective sixth sense kicks in, and as you look around, you notice that it almost feels like somebody's watching you, and not like you in particular, but you in the area, like the area as a whole is being observed, and that little pinprick feeling on the back of your neck starts to really kind of feel agitated. But we go back inside.
Okay.
Let you sit with that for a second. And Edwin just
Yeah,
kind
so
of, you know, he takes your hand in his, and he's just like, "Hey, man, I'm just glad that you're alive. You know, when we heard about you passing, it hit us hard. You know, like some of us harder than others. You know, Chris is gonna be Chris.
yeah.
But like his
I mean,
kids asked about you. You know, like they never got to meet you, so."
our apologies on
I
that. That's
know.
actually our policy with some of the witnesses. We need the grief to look real.
I understand.
I mean, this is actually Uh, yeah, unfortunately, I had to be relocated from where I was at before. And I look over at Andreas like if I'm acting like if it's okay for me to say that, and um, can't really tell you about what happened to me before, but um, this was actually a spot that I wanted to come in. But really, you know, with everything that's happened to me, and you know, yeah, well, with the you know what happened to me before the I died, and how I was pretty much at rock bottom. Uh, but you know what kept me going besides knowing that my family is safe, and I'm holding this in because like I'm trying to say the word,
Mhm.
and it's hard for me to say it. God, God helped me through all of this.
And you see him cross himself.
You
Amen,
know,
brother. Amen.
and I grab a napkin that's there, and I pretend like I'm taking out a tear, even though nothing's coming out. I'm just
Yep.
it's it's hard. It's hard going through this process, and if I didn't have the big guy, it probably would be a lot worse. And um, when I saw you that day and all the commotion going on, there's no such thing as coincidence. You know that, Edwin.
Are you wearing gloves?
Yes. No, actually, I'm not wearing gloves.
Okay.
No gloves.
Yeah, you see him pull his gloves out of his pocket, and he hands them to you. Here, your hands feel very cold, man. Like, take care of yourself.
Oh, I tell Williams all the time about his office and how it's like a frigid. It's like the Antarctica. It's like Antarctica in there.
Yeah, I mean it's November. You know, it's cold.
And I put on the gloves.
They
Thanks
f-
for
they
that.
fit they fit quite snugly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't drive a white Bronco yet. But anyway, so um, but
Yet.
I after that day of seeing you and oh, over there at Gresham, I couldn't help but want to know more about what you are a part of. I mean, it can't, lack of a better word, I think it's kismet that we met. And I honestly want to know more about what you have been doing as far as for uh the righteous cause, as you put it before.
I mean, the Lord works in mysterious ways, Eric. Who are we to judge the course that He puts in front of us?
Of course, but I mean, your course, I mean, your path that you're in right now is, I mean, mind blowing. The What you're dealing with, and I try to be as quiet, with unholy creatures of the night.
Oh, yeah, it's been a long road. You know, um, Father Bauer doesn't just choose anyone. Like, you have to prove that you have what it takes, not just physically but mentally too. It's rigorous.
I mean, I can imagine you. If we're anything like our family, like our parents, we're pretty stubborn in our way. So,
Yeah, Pop Pop was no goat.
so that means that whatever Father Bauer is preaching to you, it must have some weight to it for you to be able to be listening.
He has this way of unpacking the Bible that's just, I think, for lack of a better word, I think he makes it delicious, you know?
You know, I can relate to that. I can picture that.
You want to eat everything that he's saying. You want to drink all of it in.
Mm-hmm. And is this as far as what you have been? You're not doing this for him, but you're doing this because of his teachings. Am I right?
I mean, kind of. He opened the door. We're the ones who stepped through.
And is this some? And this was, but he, I imagine this is not something that he would just come right out and just announce or bring towards new people of his congregation. I imagine that he chose you in this endeavor.
A little bit. Yeah. I didn't even know what was going on. Um, but there was a point where it clicked for me, you know? Everything felt
Was it
right.
something that just and it just something that just happened like that sparked the first time you met him, or was this something that
Oh no, this is like a river eating away at the Grand Canyon. Like this was not an overnight thing. This is gradual.
Mm.
This is
And
fascinating.
I take it you're not the yeah. I take it you're not the only one that is take it you're not the only one that's part of this group. This is he must have this is a trustworthy group of people to be doing such a daunting task that is to and I look over at Williams again. I look over at Andreas as Williams and I whisper, I go to deal with those kind of people.
Hmm?
No, nothing. Nothing. But I'm saying that to Edwin, but I'm just
Yeah. Yeah, and he says, I wish I could tell you how many of us there were, but because to protect the brotherhood, I can't really talk about it. And then we switch back outside. What is Melvin doing as the hairs on the back of his neck start to tickle the rest of his body?
Well, what I'm gonna do is activate Eyes of the Beast and start looking around.
Okay. It's not too dark out here. There's not a lot of light. But there is a standard kind of array of street lamps down the street. On the river, you can see though that there is a small boat, uh, maybe a little bit upstream, like 100, 150 yards. Uh, and only because of Eyes of the Beast can you really see the reflection coming off of the large lens that they have on their camera, but it looks like they're taking pictures of the corner where the diner sits.
Okay. Well,
On fire.
please.
um, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I am going to walk around to the back of the diner
Okay.
and look for where the electrical stuff is.
Not too hard to find.
Okay. Um, I am going to just turn it off.
Okay.
I'm not gonna break it. I'm not gonna do anything fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Except turn off all the power in this place all at once.
Yes, but it's just a switch that was turned off. It's not a giant hole that's been punched through it.
Okay.
That's true.
Me and my police cruiser take exception to that.
Actually, how far did you say? How far did you say that boat was on the river?
100 to 150 yards away.
How far is where I'm at to the river?
Maybe another 100 yards.
So if I get to the edge of the river, it's like 50 yards.
No, like the river itself is not as wide as like something like the Mississippi, but it is a wide river. So it's probably he's probably like
I found asleep.
yeah, like he's probably a good distance into the middle of the river.
I was gonna chuck a rock into the lens
Nice.
because it says as long as I don't make a sound louder than a whisper, I stay hidden. So throwing a rock
Counts, sure.
that wouldn't make a sound. Its impact has nothing to do with me.
Well, it's already that's outside the field of the silence anyway.
Right.
Yeah, you could try to skip it, but that will be a high difficulty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the turning off the power.
Okay. So in the middle of Edwin just being like, I can't really talk about them because of brotherhood and whatever, the lights go out.
Oh, yeah. I look over at Andres.
You hear glass.
They have found us.
You hear glass shatter. And then you feel Edwin just kind of throw himself back twice, and then you hear his body slump on the table.
Am I able to see, even though the power's up?
Barely. The street lamp outside is maybe 30 or 40 yards away, so it's not a lot of light. You can see the silhouettes of the couple that have kind of disappeared. You can see the silhouette of the other guy that was at the bar kind of drop down as well as the sound of the glass shattering happens. And you can hear the scream of Lucy behind the counter. The sound of whatever she was carrying just kind of drops, and you hear more clattering and shattering of something. And you can hear from the kitchen just fuck.
Edwin. And I put my hands on the table. And I go forward. I just want to be able first, if I'm able to see anything, because at this point you said it sounded like did it sound like with
Sounded like you might have been shot at. Do we smell blood coming off of that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, you do smell the blood.
Okay.
Okay, then we already know this is not good.
I'm gonna come in through
power's
the back door.
off.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna activate my daunt.
Nobody can see you.
But they feel uneasy and they want to get the fuck out.
They do.
And I'll make my way
downtown
over to Andreas.
Okay.
And is everybody still there?
By the time you walk around, if Andreas could give me a composure and resolve roll.
Okay.
Oh no.
Look for my composure and resolve.
Nope.
Oh, there it is. Composure and resolve. Ooh, that's a deep pool.
Yeah.
Hunger 1.
And if Melvin could give me a composure and intimidation roll.
Okay, I got 9, 7, 5, 7 on the hunger die.
Okay.
All right. I got a 10 and a 1 on the regular die.
Yeah.
And then a 7 and a 9 on the hunger die.
Okay. And add one more die for your presence.
All right. A 10.
Okay.
So I intimidate the fuck out of people.
Yeah. As Andreas is sitting there, you smell the scent of blood. You can hear the slump of Edwin on the table. You can feel something come into your personal space, and it immediately makes you want to get the fuck out of there. Like, you do not want to be there anymore.
Well, I'm getting the fuck out of here anyway.
Okay.
So wait, if I whisper in his ear, I still keep the thing, right? Because it says as long as it's not louder than a whisper.
So if you whisper in my ear, you're getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
Immediate reaction.
and you would break the obfuscate because you were making noise.
Oh, because
It literally kills all noise that you make. So if you make a noise, it would kill the obfuscate.
Okay.
But because you have Eyes of the Beast on, you also see the slumped body on the table next to Erikson.
Yeah. And I already have the overwhelming urge to get the hell out of here, so I'll be scrambling over the back of the fucking booth.
When I see him do that, I take off Daunt.
Okay.
So that he knows that it's me.
Well, there's already bullets coming in through the window. It's not just you.
No,
You made it incredibly urgent.
And I'm gonna reach. If Erikson's still there, I'm gonna like grab and tug. Like
the way it works is Erikson is on the inside of the booth, and Edwin, dead body, is keeping him from leaving.
Yeah. So you got to take.
I can still get the fuck
take
out.
those remains.
You can.
But what I'm gonna do as we're getting out, and I'm putting 2 and 2 together. This guy's not moving at this point. I'm not gonna take the body, but I do want to go ahead and just take his keys.
No.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say your brother should seek revenge, and you can just throw him as hard as you can at that boat in the distance. Just
he does that. I was going to say I'm going to grab him and weekend at Bernie's him and pick him up. But knowing my luck, I'll get sniped through the chest and die.
We'll use him as a human shield. What? He's already dead. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I'm just reacting. So I'm grabbing the keys.
Yeah.
The window that was smashed was obviously the window that's next to us, correct?
It is the window down from you.
Okay. Either way, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm used to being fired. I'm used to being fired upon, so we just stay low and get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Keys, wallet, whatever he's got in his pockets, literally, and just jump and then leaping over him so I can get the hell out.
Yep.
And looking both at you guys, I go, take the car.
Oh, you don't see me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I look at Andres, I go, take the car. I pass him the keys to my car, and I go, I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the safe house. And I'm literally grabbing his car that he has, that Edwin has, and I'm going to be taking off.
Okay.
Don't bring the thing to the fucking safe house, dude. Drop it off somewhere nearby.
I'll follow Andreas. I'll go around the outside and unobfuscate from the opposite view of that camera to run into the car.
Yep.
Because nobody's going to remember to open a door for me. So
correct. All right, so the two of you take off in separate directions. Where's Erikson going?
Oh, and you know what I'm going to do? On the way I'm running out, I'm going to grab a chef's apron when I'm running through the kitchen and put it on so it looks like I'm the chef that's trying to get out of there.
Smart.
I'm so glad I'm wearing gloves now. Yeah, I'm wearing gloves while writing this fucking thing. I'm so glad my fingerprints are not on shit.
Yep.
So,
where's Erikson
I'm
going?
actually going to go ahead and... Well, you told me where the shot came from. I'm going to go ahead and, as we're getting in the car, I want to go away the opposite direction from where that shot came from. So if I know essentially where that shot... I don't know it came out from the water, but I know it came out from that direction, so I want to head to the opposite direction.
Okay.
When I jump into Andreas's car, right, in the back seat, I just go, guess that wasn't a camera. Don't go towards the river.
All right, so not going towards the river. Get the hell out of here.
And as we're driving, I explained to him there was a boat. It looked like it was a telescopic camera lens, but based on what I saw in there, it wasn't.
Yep.
And I reach down because we're in the other guy's car, right?
No, you're in Erikson's car.
We're in
Erikson's car.
Erikson took his brother's car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So where are you two gonna go? Straight to the safe house?
No, we're gonna cruise around for a little bit.
Yep.
Especially, look, we already know they were following us to begin with. So if whoever there had some backup details, we are gonna have to move around for a little while, and no straight back to the safe house.
Nope. So you take your time. Erikson gets to the safe house first, I'd imagine.
Well, no, actually, no. What I want to do, because I'm not taking the car to the safe house,
Okay.
So essentially, what I want to do first is, as I take it out and I leave, I want to go ahead and just make. I'm weaving in and out from side streets,
Mhm.
just enough where it looks like it's random enough to me. And at that point, I just want to go ahead and park the car, turn
Okay.
off the lights, and I just want to wait a couple minutes. I want to see if any lights come up. I want to see if anything. Pretty much, if essentially, if anybody followed me.
Right. Okay. About 10 minutes pass by. Doesn't look like anybody's following you.
Okay, so I go ahead and I get out. While I'm waiting for those 10 minutes, once that's up, I'm gonna go ahead and actually just check the front, check the glove box, check the center console. I'm casing his car because I
Yeah.
need some information.
You open the glove box and a Bible comes out.
Son of a bitch!
Motherfucker.
You open the center console. There's nothing but like loose change, couple dollars, a map of Portland. Excuse me. But in the back seat, you can see that there's a couple of jackets that have been tossed back there, and in the little feet well, you do see the same thing. You see the one jacket kind of covering the front half of the shotgun, but you do see the handle sticking out from the bottom.
Okay. Nothing in those jackets. Nothing. No papers. Nothing.
Nope.
Okay. Um.
It looks like they've
I
been
want to.
taking great pains to empty the pockets.
Okay.
Like they're turned inside out.
I'm gonna use one of the jackets. I'm gonna go ahead and just safely, without pissing myself off, open up the glove, open up the glove box, take out the Bible, wrap it in one of the jackets, and I want to rip the front cover off because that's where the cross is, and I'm going to
Sure.
remove that.
Okay.
Toss that out, so I can go ahead and just check the Bible to see if there's anything written in it, any information.
There's not a lot of things written in the Bible, but there are definitely verses that have been underlined. Some in Genesis, some in mostly in Genesis, but there's a bunch in the later half of the Bible, especially Judges.
Okay. All right. And I'll go ahead and check the trunk as well.
Once you come out, you pop the trunk, and there's a dead body in there.
May I ask if I recognize his dead body?
It is not a body that you've seen before. It is a female. And as you turn her around, so you can see her face, there is a stake in her heart.
Can I tell can I tell if this is actually canine or not?
You cannot.
Is
You got
there
gloves
any
on,
way that I
man.
can? Yeah. Uh, son of a bitch. Yeah, but okay, with a stake. But where they does it show that there's been blood? Does it show that they've been? I really don't want to do this. Um, I pull the stake out.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Does it feel like the? Does it is no blood's coming out? No drain. It's not like it's being drained or
No.
anything like that.
This body has been dead for a couple days. If anything does come
So
out,
it's
it's
been past 2 weeks?
coagulated and pudding like.
Okay. So and I'll go ahead and I'll take off one of the gloves and I'll check obviously to see to feel it if there's actually no not even that because I can tell based off of like I just want to see if I look through this body to see if this was actually I want to try to see if I can figure out if it was a canine or not or if this was just somebody that they thought was and this is a witch trial.
Yeah. You look through his pockets, and you find out that he is 17.
He is 17.
Yep. Just got his license maybe 3 months ago on his birthday. So just turned 17. But otherwise, there's nothing else. There is a ribbon with these kind of orange and white and a black kind of accent to them that you imagine is high school colors. But otherwise, it just looks like a kid, senior maybe, or a late junior. A little bit athletic, but not really. No
And
varsity jacket,
I
but just
know,
the layers of clothing for the cold.
and I look at it as and based off of my experience with being around the tower, being around the Anarchs, and my 10 years of undead existence, I would say that it's common practice that they wouldn't be turning 17-year-olds.
It's rare.
It's rare. So I'm
It's
gonna go
very
ahead and
rare
take.
for a youth to be embraced.
What's the name of the person on the wallet?
It says Marcus.
Is it a male or female?
It is a male.
A male. I thought you said
Yep.
female.
No,
Okay.
no, male. Uh, Marcus Cully.
Okay. And the address that's on there is is an address close by or in Portland.
It is in Portland, but it's not close by. It's on the west side of the city itself.
Okay.
So you'd have to go through
I'll go.
downtown.
Okay. I still have my gloves on, so I'm not too worried about fingerprints or anything like that. I don't find anything on this person other than the stake and their wallet. Correct?
They've got maybe like $26.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do they have a lighter on them by chance?
No,
No. Is there a lighter in the car?
there's a little pop out cigarette lighter.
Good. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of the jackets. Gonna go ahead and shove it into the gas pipe until long enough until I know that that it's reached at some point the gas tank, and then
Sure.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use the cigarette lighter to then ignite the jacket, take the shotgun with me, as well as the jacket that was covering it, and just walk out, go to the
uh,
safe house on foot.
you notice that when you pull the shotgun free, it's double barreled. So it's not the same shotgun that he used when he attacked the casino. And it's been sawed off. And both barrels have
Uh,
shells in them.
No, there's no initials, no indentation on the handle on the
Nope,
weapon at
not
all.
that you can see.
Serial number scraped off by chance?
Serial number's been scraped off, and it looks like there's either been a fork, like chiseled in where the serial number would be, or a trident.
Okay, so I'm taking that in the jacket and just heading to the safe house.
Okay. So the two boys are the first at the safe house. Um, and you notice that Colleen and Leanne are, you know, out.
Mm-hmm.
That August is still there.
All right. Well, I'm still paranoid about from us getting back there. So I'm probably gonna be looking out windows, checking all kinds of shit, locks.
Yeah. I'll be kind of looking at that too. And I don't know who the fuck those people were. They were too far away for me to see, but I thought it was a camera. That's why I turned the lights off.
That was you. Okay.
I didn't want to blow my cover, but I wanted to give you guys some cover.
No, you did the right thing. You did the right thing.
I take off my chef apron.
Yep.
And I hang it up.
All right. So, well, we can assume whoever was shooting at us didn't give a flying fuck about Erikson's brother.
Makes me think Erikson was. None of us were the target.
Let's see. Maybe a certain casino episode is starting to bite us in the ass. Also, if his brother was there.
Yep.
Pretty good timing for a counter whack.
That means, but how did they know he was going to be there? They had to have been listening in.
They may have been listening in. They may have been following him for a while now. They might have tried to send other people to the church too. Also, we really have no ins with the Kuei-Jin, so we have no idea what any of the triad families or any of the organized crime would be thinking about. Aside from revenge on us.
Correct. I don't know what to do. This is kind of crazy. Portland is starting to not be as fun.
Well, considering the anarchy we're bringing to this place, we're at least living up to our titles.
Well, this is true.
Oh, where the hell is this fucking brouhaha?
About an hour after you have arrived at the safe house, Erikson shows up.
I go ahead as I walk in. I literally just open the door. I take off the gloves. I'm like, this was not what we fucking planned. Just literally just toss this shit. And I toss the shotgun to the floor.
Oh, you found the shotgun.
This is all. No, not the same one. This is all I could find from his car.
Yeah, in the back seat.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. And a dead body.
Yeah, that was the people on the river that shot him.
No, I know he was shot. I'm saying there's a dead body. There was a dead body in the trunk of his car.
Like regular dead body, not like a canite?
Did you bring the dead body from the diner and you put it in his car?
No. Oh,
I know. I'm doing a who's on first right now.
No.
I'm doing a who's on first.
Why didn't I think? Yeah. No. It looked like it was our kind. However, I don't know about you, but I've never seen a 17-year-old vampire. So, however, this particular person was staked in the heart.
Will, how old was Ashley's character? Connie was how old?
Connie was like 19, 20.
Okay.
Almost just like barely over 18.
Like I've seen it. I've seen someone close. my old friend Connie. She wasn't much older than that age.
And I would have happened to keep the stake because this is something that I would want to find out. So,
where's the car?
Oh, it's on fire.
Oh, okay, good,
excellent.
Good.
I unwrapped the jacket.
It took a while, but you finally set something on fire in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just a small fire. It's just a car in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's elimination of evidence. That is completely through the goalposts.
I unwrapped the jacket so it shows the stake. I go, this is what I found on this body. This doesn't look like this was done this doesn't look like this was done to a canite. I think that this was kind of like that stupid superstitious stuff that he was believing would happen with the cross earlier when we were at the casino.
So you think that this person wasn't one of us, and they killed him thinking he was, or staked him thinking he was?
I hope I'm wrong.
We can only hope they're that inept. I mean, has anybody ever staked a thin blood?
I'm don't think we have.
Yeah.
So when you took the stake out, did anything happen?
Nope. Dead as Dillinger.
Okay. Because then you might have murdered our own kind.
Yeah.
And you woke him up to feel the murder.
Yeah. And the area where I took the stake out of literally is just coagulated blood. You can look at this stake, and I show him the stake, and you would. I don't like. I've never been privy to see what would happen when one of us gets torpored, but I would like to think that they wouldn't just be like what I found. But I am gonna go ahead and just investigate something real quick, and I wanted to grab the phone, see if I can reach out to Mickey Blue so I can at least take a look at Marcus Cully to know if this person's been called in for missing persons report.
Right.
If they can find out the information as far as if this person ran away, anything.
Yeah. You call him, and he answers the phone. He's like, "How can I help you?"
Mickey, it's Erikson.
Oh, Mr. Wood. Still working on what you sent me last time, so I haven't gotten anything.
No, I understand. No, I want you to keep up the good work on that. But this is something that just kind of fell on my lap, so to speak. I know this is going to be odd, but I need you to look up Marcus Cully, Cully. I believe that's how I saw it on his license.
Here in Salem?
No, in Portland.
Oh. I'm running thin on favors out there in Portland. What's the name again? I can see what I can dig up, but I'm stretched thin out there. I've pushed myself as far as I can go out there, so
no, I completely understand. I know you're doing so much for me already, and given everything going on, I'm writing this down on a piece of paper as well. And I wave it over at Melvin. Yeah, this is the person I'm looking for. Marcus Cully.
all right.
Spell out the name for him.
Yeah. Again, I'll see what I can do. It's just that I everything that you've had me working on has had me calling in favors. So as far as Portland is concerned, I'm kind of tapped out. So.
Is there anybody that you know that I could speak to here in Portland?
Miss Hunter is part of an organization out there, but you would have to start fresh with them. You know, I don't have any pull with them anymore after what I pulled for you guys.
I completely understand. If you don't mind me asking for their information, I'll reach out to Hunter myself.
Okay, sure. I'll let her know. I'll let her know that I'm gonna give you your phone. I'm gonna let her know that you're gonna get her phone number, and then I'm gonna give her yours just in case, so that if anything, she can reach out to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mickey.
Yeah, man.
Hang up the phone. Yeah. I go ahead and I hand the paper over to Melvin. I go, look. I imagine your granddaughter would have more luck with this information than I would.
When she gets back from wherever she's at, I'll make sure she tries to see if she can get some more information for us.
I pick up the sawed-off shotgun that's on the floor, and I show them the insignia, the symbol, or at least what was scratched into it. I go,
Yep.
you guys wouldn't be able to make up anything on this, would you?
I don't know.
Melvin has seen it before.
Was that the one from the church, the other church?
Nope. This was in Albert's notes.
It's that fucking church. The ones that revered him or wanted him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your favorite Albert. That's a
Albert?
church. A bunch of loonies that were going after him because they believed that he had the way to Atlantis. They
And
believed
I'm
he
looking
was the
back at the
key.
gun. Mhm.
Dude, that's up
I,
there with like Nazis searching for the Grail kind of shit.
yeah.
Didn't I have a case that I took guns from them? Or no?
Yeah. Who knows where that is?
Yeah, but I don't know if I kept the gun though.
Who knows where that is?
That
So
was
they,
back when you had the mystery machine.
yeah. So they're here in Portland.
So there might be a commune of hippies that have firearms.
Yeah, they do. Fuck the man. No, so if they're in Portland, their reach is spreading. This was in this I saw this in the back seat of Edwin's car. So is this church part of these loonies?
Based off of what I found out so far from, uh, at least from any information that we gathered, it doesn't seem like this is connected. At least not yet. But first off, hold up. Let's back this up a little bit. I almost got shot.
No, you
Uh,
didn't, because you're still alive. If they were able to
I
take him out,
almost,
yeah.
almost, almost.
Very quietly
And
bringing this up to myself. I'm like, he didn't bring up his brother being murdered is the biggest part of this, but okay.
Oh, cousin, right?
Cousin, whatever.
cousin.
Okay, then
Look,
never mind. Yeah, no, worry about yourself first.
Yeah.
yeah.
They
Well,
only grew up together,
there's
but
nothing I
sure.
can. Yeah, you know.
Humanity 4.
No, it's one of those things. The reason why I say I almost got shot, because this, like, I look at both of them. I go, this doesn't make any sense to me in the case where why would my cousin, who as much as I loved him, and it does pain me to see that this has happened. He wasn't the most notorious figure out there. Um, but do you guys really think that this was that they turned off the lights and set this up to shoot him?
Oh no, I turned off the lights. See, I saw what I thought was a camera on the river, and they were looking in our direction. So I figured I could stay undercover, turn off the lights. You guys would know it was me. And I don't know if you got that eerie little sense. It seems Andreas got what I was putting down and took off running out of there without me having to come out of hiding, so to speak.
Will, is there any way that I know this is going to sound out of reach? This is going to sound out of reach. Is there any way that I could feel? Would I have any doubt or inkling that this would have possibly been for me instead of Edwin, considering that the power went out at the same. Coincidentally, I thought they turned off the power so they could shoot him.
Mhm.
Since Melvin turned off the power, I know for a fact whoever was there with shooting was not expecting that. Could I have that? There's no inclination. There's nothing I like right now. This is all speculation in my head.
You could try to make a
I don't know if there's any.
composure, and I would say awareness roll.
I mean, that's not too bad. It's 5.
Yeah. Or you know what? I'll let you roll insight.
I'm sorry. Insight.
Yeah. Yeah, since your hunger
It's
is only 1.
it's composure and insight.
Yeah, composure, insight.
So that's 5. Okay, so I got a 4 on the hunger. I got an 8, 9, 5, and a 2. So 2 successes.
The coincidence of the lights going off and the shots going off at the same time, they don't sit right with you, but you definitely don't think that you were the target. They definitely must have been eyeballing Edwin because the timing of it is just too meticulous.
You guys think that maybe?
If it was a coincidence, it's a hell of a coincidence.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys think that maybe they believe, because he was also there, obviously, with his daughter, which now with his daughter, if this was a planned attack on him, then that means that they're going for her next because she was also there.
It's not far-fetched.
No, they were clearly in place before we even got there. I mean, we woke up late tonight, so. No, it's not far fetched at all that they'd be after him. I mean, they're probably trying to find whoever they can to pin the mess at the casino and everything. So, yeah, we might need to find his daughter.
Melvin, did you see anything on this boat besides this scope?
No, it was about 150, 200 yards away.
Sniper was anything worth his salt, he would have been late. He would have been lying prone. He would have had a little bit of cover for himself. The lens is unavoidable, but he's about
I saw the lens.
He's taking the shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Edwin's number. I know it's a landline, so it's most. What time is it now?
At this point, it's probably about just after midnight.
I don't know where he lives. I do have his number, and if I call and I'm persistent, she may pick up. Problem is that is this something that we want to handle now and head to over to that place and know where she's at?
I mean, we've got time, and she may not.
Yeah. Um. Hmm. Now, should I be the one calling her?
I
Okay.
mean, her dad's not.
No, no, I understand. But coming from me, that would feel, I don't know if that would feel weird or having someone call in saying that they're from the police and that they need to speak with her. Actually, I grabbed his stuff, so I would have grabbed his wallet as well, wouldn't I?
Sure.
In his wallet, he would have his license,
Mhm.
so he would have his address.
You would have his address.
No need to, no need to call her. So, I don't know if it's something that you guys want. I'm thinking that this is going to be the next attack here. Or if they're not already, because if they're looking, if they were following him, for sure someone is casing his house.
Most likely.
Are you guys on for a little road trip?
Yeah, fuck it.
Sure.
All right, and I hand the shotgun over to Melvin since he
Whatever-
knows more about it than I do.
Whatever keeps us as a moving target in the first place. Because again, we've been trying to ditch tails and everything all night.
I check the ammo.
Both shells are in.
All right. I take one out just to see if it's any kind of special shell.
Slugs.
Okay. Just the way I like it.
Not silvered or anything, right?
And I
Considering
pop 'em in.
they believe in if they believe in vamps, then they gotta help. Maybe they also believe in werewolves. We never know.
You never know. But you drive over to the address, and before you can even get there, you can see that the police have blocked off the road. You can see this plume of smoke, and you can see firefighters have just recently put out a fire.
Of course I did. You see how handy those things are?
And we see them that they're all circling around this one building, correct?
They've blocked out the street, but it looks like, given the numbers that you're looking at, that it would be the same address as Edwin's.
All right. Well, my head's immediately on a swivel to see if there's any eyes on us. And not just from the crowds there. I mean, like other cars in the distance. I mean, I don't care if there's an open window with some fucking curtain blowing through it.
Sure. Give me a wits and awareness roll.
I think I would be doing that as well.
Sure.
I would want to be doing the same thing because I am fucking paranoid as shit at the moment.
Yeah, go nuts.
You're looking at the house, bro. Oh, what are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding.
Wits awareness. All right.
Yep.
I don't like
got
the
a
way
6
Will
on the
just was like,
hunger,
yeah, do it. You
2
go find-
8s, 1 7, and 1 and a 3. So 4 successes.
4 successes.
9 on the hunger die. 7, 4, 8, 10, 10.
Okay.
I got 3 successes. No ones.
Yeah, all three of you notice that there is a van unmarked parked on the corner, and it looks like there's somebody moving inside of it past the 2 seats, but there's that kind of circular gate between the front seat and the back. Andreas, you scored, because of this critical, you scored enough to actually see that there's a reflection of a lens in one of the circles.
The fact that I can see the lens, does that mean it's pointed at us, or is it pointed at the house, or
No,
pointed at where the emergency is going on?
It is pointed at you.
It's pointed at us.
Yeah, you can see the convex glimmer is looking your direction.
All right, well then, down and ducking as low in the car as I can.
I go in the back seat and I lay down and I unlock the door and I do obfuscate.
All right, make your rolls check.
All right, I'm hungrier even more now, baby.
Okay.
I may fucking feed on a human, bro.
This is getting dangerous.
Yeah.
How far is our car to that unmarked van?
Less than 100 yards. Like it is in the opposite corner.
I climb out of the car.
Okay.
You
can hear him.
Silence of Death. I always have it on, unless you
Okay.
tell me I have to say that I do.
Okay, because I was gonna assume that you didn't click it on so they could hear you get out of the car.
Oh, well, we can do that. And
Okay.
as soon as I get out of the car, I'll kick it, and I'm gonna go towards the van.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna go ahead. I want to go off to the side, so I'm out of the eye line from where. Obviously, I would imagine.
So are you driving away, or are you getting out of the car and walking away?
Getting out of the car.
Okay.
I'm getting out of the car, but I'm actually, because I have Silence of Death as well, because I got 1 point of obfuscate. So I want to actually go ahead.
Once you get out of the car, they pull away.
Oh God, fucking Kenny!
You see them?
Did they?
You see them drive off.
No, I get back in the car and I drive, and I fuck it. Whether you guys are in the car or not, I'm going. So
Okay. So
All right.
you're gonna leave Melvin behind.
I didn't know Melvin was out.
You heard him leave.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard him leave.
Yep.
Yeah. We said it 3 times.
All right, get the fuck in the car. Get the fuck in the car.
Great. I got a hunger for fucking nothing because Kenny did a Kenny thing, and I jump back in the van in the back seat, and I'm like, "Thanks for that." And
Yep.
I come out of obfuscate as I say that.
All right. So let's have Erikson make a wits and drive roll.
I got a lot of that.
Hope it helps.
I got 1 point in drive. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at this.
Of course, this is when I roll 10s. I rolled a 10 on the hunger, and then 2 more 10s and a 5.
Okay. So you drive off after them, and Andreas is the one in the front seat that sees the grip on the steering wheel just tighten to the point where you can see the steering wheel itself just bend into the shapes of his fingers He's using full potence on this. And as he drives up behind the van, you see him pull the police maneuver where he gets his front tire and their back tire and just comes crashing in. The van hits another car. You see it pop up onto his side, and then it just slides to a stop.
And I stop the car, and I look over at Melvin. I go, "Now obfuscate." And I go and I get out of the car.
I open
All
the door.
You said the vans are the car that he just pitted. It turned on its side.
Yeah, it turned on its side and it skidded a distance away. And as all of you get out of the car and start to walk towards it, I would like for all of you to make composure and resolve rolls for me as the van explodes into a ball of fire.
Ooh.
And Roshrek and that fear frenzy clicks on.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It's composure and what?
And resolve.
Composure and resolve. I got a 6, 6, and a 10, so I'm like stone.
It is rough. The bonfire is right in front of you, and you stop moving.
No.
The second that you see the orange, red, and white of the fire.
Oh, wait, I have 3. Hold on, I have 3 hunger.
I have 4 on the hunger, 2 9s, and an 8.
Okay. You also stop moving the second that the blaze just kind of comes out and then just kind of furls up.
I got a 1 and a 5 on the regular dice, and then I got a 6, an 8, and a 10 on my hunger dice.
Okay. All 3 of you manage to stand your ground as this ball of fire engulfs the inside and then the outside of the van. And there is this crackling of the fire. There is what looks to be surveillance equipment that's being burnt up as the doors have now flown off their hinges. And it looks like there's 2 bodies that are trying to claw out of the fire, but they're just badly burnt.
I'm just getting a stick and pushing them back in. It's just
look at Erikson, and I just
I know.
This is on you.
And I think this is a good point to call it for tonight. So,
and
name
of the episode. Name of the episode. This is on you.
Yeah. Thank you, boys, for being a part of this, and thank you to our audience who also joined us tonight. I hope you guys are having as much fun as we are.
Yes.
As always, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other. We are big on mental health here on the channel, so if you feel like you need help, just be aware that it is okay to not be okay. But if you do need that little extra hand or life preserver, there are phone numbers going up in our Twitch chat if you're watching live. They'll be in the description box if you're watching on YouTube. Because mental health should not be stigmatized or held behind a taboo subject matter gloves. So just be aware that there are resources out there to help you. If you're not in the United States, there's a link going up that would also be in the description box. So you can find the resources you need in the area of the world that you are living in, or as close as possible to you. Times are tough, and we need to be there for each other. We need to be there for ourselves. We are not an island, so please know that there are resources out there for you to use. And if you're a friend or family member of somebody that is usually a strong or happy-go-lucky personality, please check in on them. You never know how far a simple hello or how are you text can change the trajectory of somebody's life. So I urge you to check in on your friends and check in on yourself. And with that, we have 2 more episodes left for the year. As far as our vampire game is concerned, 1 more Camarilla episode, 1 more Anarch episode, and then the channel will be dark for the last 2 weeks of December and the first week of January for the holidays. Tuesdays are over at McStabber Studios. We have ended our mage campaign in a fantastic and bombastic way. I couldn't have asked for anything more or less. But tomorrow we will be having a Q&A, live Q&A with the cast members and myself. So if you want to field some questions, if you like Mage, if you've ever wanted to know about Mage, you can come check us out at McStabber Studios on their Twitch channel. Our Friday games, Star Wars ended. Dungeons and Dragons is on break until the new year, and we will be coming back on a new day, so keep an eye out for that, with a new game. And as soon as I get some theme music for that, I can finally announce what it is. I'm excited. Some of these guys have heard what it is, and they're excited about it too, so... but that'll be coming back with Dungeons and Dragons. And then our Saturday one-shots are coming up. There's one on the 17th of December, which I'm looking forward to. And then the next one will be in January. But as always, we are here for you. We appreciate you, and we hope that you had a great time. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you when we see you. Have a good night, guys.